Hey guys, this is Gern Sumal, Senior Game Designer on NHL 27, and today I'm here to talk to you about Connected Franchise Mode. When we went to the drawing board for Connected Franchise Mode, we really wanted this to be something you experience franchise mode with your friends and being able to experience it together as a group. From starting the league from the first time to having long-running communities, really wanted you to be able to enjoy those rivalries with one another and compete with one another over multiple seasons. Having worked on GM Connected, there are a lot of things that we learned from that mode. One of the things that we wanted to do was give you guys a lot of freedom and flexibility with customizing your league, so you can build and shape your league the way that you want for you and your friends. So you'll see when we get into Connected Franchise Mode for the first time, there's two options. There's the Create New League and the Enter Existing League ID. The Enter Existing League ID allows you to grab an ID from already created league that will be shared from a commissioner through other means, through third-party apps. And then you can enter your league ID in here, select your team, and join the league. For commissioners that want to create a league, they can go into the Create League section here, and the first option that you'll see is the selection of rosters. And what you'll notice is that there's a EA roster, which was there in the original GM Connected, but we also have the ability to have custom rosters. That custom roster set allows you to make player movements, create teams, created arenas, created players, bring them into the roster, and then make that as a part of your default roster for your league. You know, this gives you the ability to do offline fantasy drafts and use that to be uploaded as a part of your league. Roster sharing itself is also cross-play along with Connected Franchise itself. Once you've selected your roster, you can name your league, and each league can be named whatever you like with a maximum of about 15 characters. Once you've named your league, you get into the league creation setting. And in here, you'll notice that there's a lot of different information being thrown at you, from the number of league managers you can have, the number of conferences, the number of divisions. Again, our goal was to allow you to have as much customization as you want, and you'll see settings change based off of what you're selecting. On the left-hand side, you'll also see recommendations based off of the size of your league, just to kind of help guide you through the process of creating a league. Once you've selected the number of teams within the league that you want, you have your season format. So we have two schedule formats. We have the typical NHL style of schedule. You can still go down all the way to 20 games if you like, or you can have a round robin schedule with as many rounds as you like in terms of the number of games that you want to play. From there, you can select your playoff format from a league structure. In this case, with an 8-team league, I can only select a league structure, but you also have the standard divisional, the standard conference-based playoff formats as well. And then you can decide how many teams you would like within the playoffs that qualify. Additionally, you can set the min and max salary caps and the number of claims per team as well. Additionally, you can go into the custom league setting and get the full custom league suite within here, meaning you can change some schedule stuff, you can change the standings format from the different season tiebreakers, the number of points you earn for a win, losses, the playoff qualification type. If you want to add the wild card round, you can. You can have different types of playoff formats as well in terms of how home and away is scheduled. If you want to do the standard 2 home, 2 away, you can do the 3-3-4, you can do the 3-3-1. There's a lot of different formats that you can play around with. Once you've selected and set up your league, you can then set up your team and go into the division realignment screen. When you have multiple divisions, which in this case we don't, but when you do, you're able to name your conferences, name your divisions any which way you like, and then you can also substitute teams in and out of the mode from all the leagues that are available, including custom teams as well. Once you select your teams, you're then able to kind of see the different ratings that each of the players have on the right-hand side as well. I'll select San Jose here and continue over to the league overview. From the league overview, you'll see a bunch of settings within here, but you can also go into the rules and settings and change your gameplay sliders, change your rules. And the reason for this is, again, to allow you as a commissioner to set the house rules for your league. If you want a super fast league, you can. If you want hard shots league, you can. That's actually been quite fun for us playing as we've been testing the mode, doing all these different iterations of gameplay and being able to share that with the rest of the league members that are a part of it. And it's really allowed us to kind of tweak things and subtly add different quirks to the mode. And then lastly, you'll see when I create the league, the speed in which the league is being created is a lot different than what it was in the old GM Connected. The goal for this mode, additionally to the customization, was also to have it be lightning quick. Our goal wasn't to have you wait 10, 20, 30, 40 seconds into getting from one screen to the next like the old mode did. For this new mode, we wanted everything to be lightning quick. And you'll see here when I go in to create a new league, it creates a lot faster than it did in previous years. And the old GM Connected, that could take up to almost, 5 to 10 minutes or whatever it was. Our goal is always to build upon this new infrastructure to be able to make it as light and quick. And as we add things in the future, we want to keep that mantra around. So once you've created your league, you'll get into the pre-league state. And this state allows commissioners to get the league organized. So that means you'll be able to send out your join requests to other users, share your league ID as well. You'll also be able to invite users via EA Connect. So you'll also notice within EA Connect itself, we have a new My NHL section with your league there. So all the users that are within the league, you're able to keep tabs within the league from the EA Connect screen as well. Once you've accepted one other user to join the league, you can then start the league from there. So now that we've started the league up, you'll notice that the commissioner has a few other actions that they can utilize in simulate and override games, process transactions, and roster overrides. I'll get to that in a little bit. But when you go over to the My Team section, you'll see that we have the edit lines, which allows you to edit things within your team. You can swap players around like you can in the offline franchise mode. As well, you can also change your playbook from here. Additionally, you can view opponent lines, so you can keep tabs on your other rival GMs and what they're doing within their lineups, who they've acquired, see what their lines look like as you're going in to go play them. And then lastly, you can go into the proposed trade screen as well. From here, it's a very familiar screen, but a little bit different. You'll see all the users that you can propose a trade with. You'll be able to add up to 5 players to trade with as well. As I make a trade here with Will Smith for Philip Hronek, you'll notice that there's a league approved section at the top. Additionally, because of the way that we've set up this league, we wanted to remove some of the obstacles that are kind of in the way in the offline version, where you can't go above the cap or can't go under certain player thresholds. Within Connected Franchise, you can, but you can't enter a game until you actually fix your roster. So you can work with the commissioner to do that. You can make free agent claims to do that, or make more moves. We didn't want to restrict users to always salary cap compliant, because we want to allow them to make multiple moves to be able to kind of keep themselves in a state where they want to kind of build their team the way that they want to. Additionally, when you go in, you can also edit your trade block. Again, a very familiar screen. You can add up to 5 players within the trade block here. You can add Darnell Nurse, as well as change the surpluses for my team and what I want or what I want to give away. So I can change between forward, defenseman, goalie, the minimum age, the salary, their specific ratings as well. Really allowing you flexibility to broadcast out what you're looking for as a team when you're wanting to negotiate with other GMs. The Make Free Agent Claim screen is brand new to Connected Franchise. It allows you to bid on players as free agents and allows you to make specific transactions such as drops and claims. So in the instance here, I want to add Patrick Kane to my team. You'll notice that his minimum bid amount is $850 because he's a free agent. For players that are added to the free agent pool through custom rosters, or if they're not in the league, they will have their minimum bid be whatever their current AAV is within the game. So you can also adjust that through custom rosters if you want everyone to start at $850 and be a free-for-all. But as a default, it'll take whatever their AAV is. So if I want Patrick Kane here, say for $1.175 million. And then I also want to be able to drop a player off of my team. I can. So we want to be able to give you the flexibility to kind of customize your roster as you want to make these transactions here. So I'll submit this claim. You'll see that the priority is set to 1, and I'll make another claim as well from the free agent pool, and I'll take you into the pending claim screen here. So here I'll put another claim in for Blankenberg, and from here I'll be able to swap the priority of these specific transactions. I can move them to the top, move them to the bottom, delete the claim outright, or edit the bid as well. It's been really fun actually playing within the mode, being able to have pseudo free agent frenzy as you're starting up leagues and having players put in all these bids and claims, allowing for users to upgrade their teams or modify their teams and getting in their claim. It's been a blast being able to acquire these players through this means. So those are some of the things you can do as a manager. As a commissioner, you'll have a lot more tools at your fingertips to be able to manage and control the league the way that you like. You'll see, as I mentioned earlier, the simulated and override game section allows you to look at all the games that are happening within the league and be able to override anything that you so choose. So if you had certain disconnects, or if you need to reverse a decision, you're able to select a game, force certain winners, or even force a random winner. Additionally, you can see all unplayed games, all completed games as well, and you can even go in as whatever specific team that you want to look at. So you can really reduce the amount of teams that you're seeing within the screen. The roster override section allows you to move players from a team. So if I want to move a player X from the San Jose Sharks, I can take Dmitry Orlov and move him to the Toronto Maple Leafs for Austin Matthews. And when I do that, we also generate an inbox item, which I'll get to shortly, for when a commissioner is doing these things. Again, this allows the commissioner to fix any rosters that need to be fixed, reverse any transactions that may have accidentally been done, giving you the tools to be able to do what you need to do to run your league the way that you want to. You're also able to create an announcement so you can broadcast out any messages such as, hey, I'm going to process transactions at this time, or get your games done by X amount of time as well. We really want to, again, give you that ability to message out to the managers within there. The process transaction screen allows commissioners to process the claims, approve any trades, process all transactions all together if they like, or manually approve trades in the inbox. I actually received a trade prior to, and see that there's a trade here, Elias Pettersson for Tyler Toffoli. I am going to take that, and when I accept it, that trade will then become a commissioner approval item. So I can then go into the process transaction section or use the inbox itself to approve that trade manually. But in this case, I'm going to process all the transactions that are here, all the bids and all the trades that are within there. And when I hit A, all the transactions are processed. I can go and check my inbox and see that, hey, I won my Patrick Kane free agent bid. I dropped Ty Dellandrea. Nick Blankenberg is now on my team as well. You also see that the move that I made for Dmitry Orlov going to the Toronto Maple Leafs in exchange for Austin Matthews, it was also broadcasted out to the league. If you make any gameplay or rules changes as well, those will be broadcasted out. Again, we want to use the mailbox as a way to inform you as users to be able to kind of keep a tab on the league just in general. Lastly, we have the play tab. So this shows all your head-to-head matchups against every opponent, games played, wins. You can also view the standings on the right-hand side. When you select an opponent, you can also view your stats within the league, how you compare against that specific team in your goals for per game, goals against, power play, and penalty kill percentage. It's also a quick way to be able to propose a trade with one another, view their lines, or even view their profile. On the right-hand side, we also have box scores that you can also view. So managers and commissioners can view all the penalties, goals scored, shots taken within a specific game for all games that are played within Connected Franchise. We wanted to give you the same tools that you had in offline franchise and online franchise mode here, so you can manage your league and look at everything that you need to within your fingertips. Once the commissioner is ready, they can even advance the league into the playoffs. Once in the playoffs, you'll see your playoff hub. You'll see all the matchups on the right-hand side for the league itself. You'll see the matchup that you have for your team. In this case, I'm playing the Anaheim Ducks. I can hit the A button here and see all the key stats for this playoff series as well, where I rank in the league versus the team that I'm playing against. And as games are being played, you'll see the box scores update for the league as well. Once the playoffs are done, you'll be able to go into the off-season state. The first thing you'll notice is that you'll see the season champion. So that player will be able to brag to all their friends within the league that they're the champion for the league. But additionally, you'll also notice the commissioner has two settings at the bottom. They have edit league settings and start new season. In the edit league settings tab, you'll be able to change the rules of the league itself. From the number of teams, you can drop the number of teams if people have left your league, the divisions, the salary cap, the schedule, standings format, the playoff format, and playoff qualification format as well. And this allows you to kind of tweak and add any new wrinkles that you want within the league as you go from one season to the next. You can do the same thing for gameplay sliders as well. You can also change gameplay sliders midway through the season as well. You can't change the custom league settings. You can also realign your divisions and be able to move teams around within those divisions as well. And once you're done customizing the league from the off season and organizing your league and league managers, you can start the new season. And again, it's pretty instantaneous how quickly you can move from one season to the next. And you're then ready to play a whole new season of Connected Franchise. And that's Connected Franchise in a nutshell. It's been incredibly fun to build, and we'll look forward to hearing all your feedback from the feedback portal. This has been a great debut for the mode, and we're looking to use this as a stepping stone for all the future improvements that we want to make.